Guyana has just signed a massive $156 million loan agreement with the World Bank. That's right, $156 million aimed at one of the country's most ambitious projects yet, the Integrated Transport Corridors Project, or ITCP. This deal promises to transform roads, boost trade, and connect communities. But some are asking, is this really the leap forward Guyana needs? Or are we stepping into another cycle of big loans and even bigger promises? Let's break it all down. So, what exactly is the Integrated Transport Corridors Project, and why does it matter? The goal is simple: fix Guyana's roads. But this isn't just about patching potholes, it's about fully modernizing key highways and rural routes across the country. The project targets major roads linking coastal regions to the interior, farm-to-market roads that help farmers move produce faster, and cross-country links that improve travel and business. The idea is to build roads that can handle floods, storms, and heavy traffic, a major challenge for decades. Imagine traveling from Berbice to Lethem without worrying about washed-out bridges or muddy, unsafe roads. That's the vision behind this $156 million investment. Now, let's talk about the money. This isn't a grant, it's a loan. The World Bank is providing the funds, which the government will repay over time, likely at low interest. Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh signed the agreement on Guyana's behalf, while Susana Cordero Guerrero, the World Bank's vice president for Latin America and the Caribbean, signed for the bank. The money will go toward upgrading and rebuilding key roads and bridges, strengthening transport infrastructure in flood-prone areas, improving safety and connectivity between towns and regions, and making the system more resilient to climate change and natural disasters. So, it's not just about smoother rides, it's about building roads that last. Here's why this project could be a big deal for Guyana. For years, poor road conditions have held back growth. Farmers struggle to get products to market. Businesses lose time and money due to delays, and rural communities often feel left behind. This project could change that, linking villages to cities, farmers to buyers, and producers to ports. Minister Singh says this is part of a larger national plan to expand and modernize the transport network, improve trade with neighboring countries, and boost domestic productivity. In his words, the project will help unlock increased production and productivity in the non-oil economy. That's important because Guyana doesn't want to depend solely on oil. The goal is to use oil revenues and foreign loans to build infrastructure that will last well beyond the oil era. Zooming out, Guyana's economy is growing fast, largely thanks to oil. But rapid growth brings challenges. More development means more roads, better ports, new bridges, and reliable transport. This World Bank loan fits into a broader network of projects, including the Corentyne River Bridge linking Guyana and Suriname, the Linden to Mabura Hill Road project co-funded by the Caribbean Development Bank in the UK, and major expansions along the East Coast and East Bank. Together, these projects form part of a long-term strategy to make Guyana a regional transport hub in South America and the Caribbean. If executed correctly, these investments could cut transport costs, create jobs, and attract new investments in agriculture, tourism, and trade. But there are concerns. Some economists and opposition figures warn that Guyana may be taking on too much debt too quickly. Even with low-interest loans, repayment ultimately falls on taxpayers. Transparency is another issue. Will the funds truly improve the roads, or will bureaucracy and delays reduce their impact? Critics argue that Guyana must strengthen project management and oversight, especially when billions are being spent on infrastructure. At the end of the day, a loan this large isn't just about money, it's about trust. Every dollar must be used wisely. So what does this mean for everyday Guyanese citizens? It could mean better access to schools, hospitals, and jobs, safer, faster travel, and the opening up of interior regions to real development. For small business owners, it could mean reaching new customers. For farmers, easier transport could translate to higher profits. And for young people, new opportunities in construction, logistics, and trade. This project has the potential to truly change lives, if it's done right. In the big picture, Guyana's $156 million World Bank loan isn't just about roads. It's about building a future where infrastructure matches the country's growing economy. But success will depend on careful management, transparency, and execution, because too many big promises have faded before. As the money begins to flow and construction starts, Guyana will be watching closely, not just for new roads, but for real progress. The world is changing fast. From billion-dollar infrastructure to breakthrough innovations, every country is rewriting its story. Here at Planet Plus, we don't just report the news, We explore the meaning behind it, because every headline hides a bigger picture. We take you beyond the surface, to the people, the places, and the power shaping our planet's future. From the rise of new economies to the fall of old systems, from untold local stories to global transformations, we connect the dots that others miss. On Planet Plus, it's not just about what's happening, it's about why it's happening, who it's affecting, and how it could shape the world we live in tomorrow. So, if you're someone who believes in understanding, not just watching, if you're curious about how nations grow, how decisions ripple, and how progress unfolds, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the world isn't slowing down, and neither are we. This is Planet Plus, your window to the world.